Facebook families. It is none other than your Triple C CEO, Jennifer C. Cook, the one that consistently builds class confidence and courage on this beautiful Tuesday. So I hope wherever you are in the United States of America, despite all of the excitement that we have going on around the coronavirus, I just wanted to be one of the first to come on and just say to everybody, take care, be safe, do what you need to do to protect yourself and your health, okay? Protect yourself and your health. But anyway, I am just so excited to be here with you. I try my best when I come on. I always want to have something say that is mind jaunting and stimulating, because it is important that when you spend time with me, the Triple C CEO, it is value added to your life. So over the past several days, I had this thought that came to mind, and it's about hygiene. And I know when many of you hear the word hygiene, you think of brushing your teeth, bathing, being well groomed and put together. But I'm speaking of mental hygiene. And I want us to take a few moments and explore mental hygiene together, because it is vitally important that you and I understand, in order to live in the fullness of life and to achieve the many things that we are striving for on a continuum, it all starts with proper mental hygiene. Coming into 2020, my word is fullness, which means complete, whole, and filled to capacity. And if you don't remember anything else, I need you to remember those three descriptive words of fullness, because it all plays into our mental hygiene. Now, when I started digging and researching, there was actually supporting documentation and research on mental hygiene. And because we have so many people that are dealing with emotional, physical, spiritual challenges, it all works on our mental. One of the reasons I call fashion the mind, fashion the figure, fashion the mind, all things beauty alert, the reason I named it and started off with fashion the mind is because I need you to understand how your mind thinks and conceives. I should say perceive is what you will conceive. How your mind thinks and perceive is what you will conceive. That's what you will bring forth in your life. And so my goal as the Triple C CEO is to always stimulate and massage your mind so that you understand a healthy mind will yield a healthy body. So I hear a lot of people talk about having relationships with food and having relationships with other people. All of that is contingent. The success of that is contingent upon one's state of mind. Too many of us, and I'm just going to say it because I've lived there before, too many of us are funky, okay? We have funky thought processes, funky actions and responses. Funky things come out of our mouths. And guess what? What proceeds out of a man or a woman is what's really the issue of life that is inside of them. And this is why we have to tackle and address mental hygiene. Let me give you the definition of mental hygiene. The science of maintaining mental health and preventing the development of psychosis, neurosis, or any other mental disorder. So oftentimes when our mental hygiene is not being well treated and cared for, these things could potentially pop up. You know, people can get caught living in the past of, negative or bad things that have happened to them is because they have not taken the opportunity to help their mental hygiene. So I need you to think about this in this sense. Just like you bathe your body every day, I'm going to need you to bathe your mind every day. I'm going to need you to do some things so that you can be in a better place mentally, because the mind is your battleground. It's not the people on the outside. It's that inner voice on the inside. The one that tells you, yes, you can do it, or no, you can't. The one that tells you, yes, you're good enough, or no, you're not good enough. That is the one we want to focus on in this conversation called mental hygiene. Number one, I need you to develop a pattern of challenging negative thoughts. You have to develop a pattern and practice on how to combat negative thoughts. I know for me, sometimes when I have those moments and negative thoughts come across my mind, I have to breathe, inhale, and exhale. Okay, because if not, you know how easy it is for any of us to spiral into negativityville? It is very easy, because all it takes is one thing. You broke up with somebody. Oh, I wasn't good enough, or I didn't look good enough. Two, you didn't get the job. Oh, I wasn't smart enough. I didn't have enough skills. You see how easy the mind can shift and believe negative things about oneself versus positive things. So you have to develop a practice. For me, I have to woosah. I have to inhale and exhale, because if I do not develop a pattern or practice to challenge those negative thoughts, then it will dictate my mood and my outlook. Number two, I need you to stop comparing yourself to others. And many of you have heard me say this multiple times. We are so quick and so easy to allow ourselves to get caught up into what we think somebody else looks better. Somebody has a better house than we do. They have more degrees than we do. So we always do this comparison thing. And for a lot of us, it wrecks us up. It takes our mental hygiene from a place of gratitude to a place of being negative, doubtful, critical, judgmental. So stop comparing yourself, your life, your scenario, your situation to anyone else's. Why? Because your life is unique to you. Even though you may have people who go through the same things, whether simultaneously or in different seasons of life, do not compare yourself to them, because you are who you are and they are who they are. So I need you to understand that, okay? Stop comparing. So the first one is you have to find a pattern or practice to challenge negativity. And that even means the negative people that enter and exit our lives. You have to challenge that, because I'm here to say, if you do not, you will find yourself residing in a negative place, and nobody really wants to be there. Number two, you have to stop comparing yourself to other people. I did that a long time ago. Why? I can give you a story. I had a girlfriend to me who had everything. She was married, had the gorgeous home, she had the beautiful family, the degrees. I mean, honestly, to me, from the outside, she had it made in the shade. But later on, things came out about her relationship. And I'm here to tell you, the very people that you look at and you say, oh, I wish I could be like them, you really don't know their story. People only show you what they want you to see. I'm going to say that again. People only show you what they want you to see. And that even means on social freaking media. Let's not get so caught up in this social media age that we're just trying to be like everything and everybody we see. Now, yes, you can get some motivation and inspiration. As many of you know, I have my own jewelry collection. The Class Confidence Courage Jewelry Collection. There are other jewelry companies out there. Okay, I am not comparing myself to them, because why? What I offer, what I provide, what I bring to the fashion industry and to the motivational speaking world is different than what they do. Now, yes, I do get inspiration. I get excited. I cheer them on. I'll share their posts, because in my world, There's no time for hateration. It's all celebration. And I want everybody to win. So I don't have a problem with sharing resources and supporting other people. However, I understand that I must stay in my own lane and do my own thing and never doubt or question who I am because of what I see around me on other people, okay, or other things. I need you to cultivate an attitude of gratitude, ladies and gentlemen. Many of us are missing the mark because we will not change our attitude. I'll share a story with you. When I was at a season in my life when I was in between jobs, I was working at a company where I wasn't making any money, or at least the money I felt I was worthy of. And even when I approached them about increase, there was nothing they could do in the budget. And of course, as many of you know, that's daunting because I'm a single mother with a child. And at that time, my child was a baby. And I would kind of complain a little bit. And one day I just had this little tap on my shoulder that said, stop complaining, stop murmuring, stop speaking negative, because honestly, you don't have to have this job. You could be somewhere else or without a job. And number two, if you just hold on, help is on the way. So let me explain to you. When I shifted my attitude, do you know within less than 6 months, I moved on to a whole nother organization making, are you ready for this? Making $18,000 more than I was making at the old company. Now I'm gonna just leave that right there because I changed my attitude and I became grateful and thankful. And sometimes when we are up against certain things, it is hard to be grateful and thankful, but I guarantee you, listen to me, if you shift that stinking thinking and you just say, you know what, I'm here now, but I will not be here always, but I'm thankful for the time that's been given and allotted to me to be in this particular place, and I'm going to do what I need to do to win in this situation. So you need to change your attitude. And then my final thought is boost your self-esteem, ladies and gentlemen, whatever that may require. I know one of the biggest self-esteem boosters for me, ladies and gentlemen, was when I went on my weight loss journey, and all encompassing, I've lost over 110 pounds. Yes, I am still on the journey because this is a lifelong endeavor. But that boosted my confidence in such a way because number one, I started seeing numbers on the scale and buying sizes and clothes that I haven't bought probably since I was about 8 months old, 8 years old. Okay, let's just be honest. But the fact that my confidence became a lot better. I was able to go to the gym and challenge myself. I'm able to think outside the box and make different types of meals because I come from a traditional Southern family. Even though my mom's from New York, my dad was from the South. So a lot of the food that we ate was Southern based. Fried chicken, collard greens, pork chops, turkey, all that good stuff, cornbread, okay? So to lose this weight and to be able to maintain it over the past few years has been a true confidence and self-esteem booster. But I'll tell you also what boosts my confidence and self-esteem is I have an affirmation, and I'm going to encourage you to develop an affirmation, even if it's something as simple as I am love or I deserve love. You come up with an I am statement because those things are powerful. I ask my son every day, who are you? And he says to me, Mommy, I am God's warrior and a leader. If my baby has an affirmation, then why not mommy? Which my affirmation has been around now for probably about 2 years, but this is what it says. I am as strong as an ox, brave as a lion, bold as a steer. God's spirit within gives me the courage to move mountains and the strength to go the distance when others have given up. I am powerful in his presence. And all of this is mind soothing and massaging. All of these things that I have mentioned to you all in this conversation is to really push you forward so that you can come out of stinking thinking, funky thinking and move into a healthy place mentally. That's why so many of us are having saboteuristic relationships, because our minds are not right, our hearts are not right, our spirits are not right, and Lord knows our physical beings are not right. So I'm going to need you to focus on your mental hygiene daily. And some of us may have to do it 2 or 3 times a day. You have to have those checkpoints. Find out where your mind is. See where it's registering on the radar. Because if you don't, before you know it, all of those negative things, the comparative things, all of that stuff is going to weigh you down, and you will not be that liberated, free-spirited, loving, living in fullness individual. So I want you to share this with someone that you know who could greatly benefit from this time that we have shared together, because it is important across the nation. Help me get this across the nation, especially now when we have all of these things going on. Our stock market crashed yesterday. The coronavirus is on a rampage. I need for all of us to mentally come together. Because the things that are on the outside, if we are not strengthened on the inside, will defeat us. However, if you take time to strengthen your mind and do what needs to be done, find practices and patterns to challenge negative thoughts. I want you to boost your self-esteem. I want you to change your attitude to one of gratitude. And I need you to stop comparing yourself. If you do those 4 things, come up with an affirmation, say it on a daily, consistent basis, I guarantee you, in a matter of days, weeks, months, by the end of this year, you will be a completely, totally different person inside and outside. So it is none other than your CEO, Triple C CEO, Jennifer C. Cook, of Fashion the Mind, Fashion the Figure. Please take to heart this mental hygiene message and Women's History Month. And this is not a message just for women, but it is for my men too. Because men, you all don't talk about some of your issues like we do as women. And I need for you to understand, with the Triple C CEO, your hearts, your feelings, and emotions are safe with me. And I want to encourage you to take a mental bath every day, do a mental hygiene check, so you can be the best you that you can be. Have a great day, and I love spending this time with you. Please comment, like, share, tag a friend, because it is important that we strengthen the minds of each other as well as ourselves individually. So you take care. Mwah! Have a good night.